This video continues on with adding the monthly fitness tests. This one we're actually going to create the results that are going to add on to the monthly fitness results. What this one needs to have is for all the exercises and for all the individual students. So the number of students, time, which is 3, times the number of exercises, which is 7, so that gives us an answer of 21. So that is the number of additional results we want to add on to this table. And what is more difficult about this one is we have a compound key making up of the student ID, the exercise ID, and the fitness test ID, which we just sort of generated. So we need to make sure, so we're going to be actually linking up to these 3 tables in this append query. So it's quite a bit different and a bit more complex than queries we've made in the past. So what we're going to still need to do is go to the query designer, and this time we need to add in the tables where we're going to draw information from. So we need to get information from the students table, the exercises table, and the monthly fitness test table. So it also needs to be changed to an append query. This time we're going to append it to the monthly fitness test results. So we're going to choose that one and click on OK. Now we need to basically get the student ID, and we're going to append that to the student ID, the fitness test ID, and exercise ID. By default, thankfully, if they're named the same, it actually automatically links them up, which saves us a lot of time. What we also have to do is add the exercise result, and if you've got a default value, let's say we want to put in a 0 for that, you might just put in a 0, or we could leave it blank, and then we don't need it. Exercise complete, this is an option that I've sort of included. So this is a boolean yes no, so if I'm saying the exercise hasn't been completed yet, I'm going to set it to no. And data result, I don't really want to put anything in because I only want to change that when the actual result has been entered. So what I have now, at the moment when I just do the view of this, it shows every single exercise and basically sets them all to not being complete. Okay, so what we have there is our basic sort of append query. The key things being, make sure you add all the parts of the primary keys to link it up, and then the information, and set it to the values that you want it to. This will go and generate them, but what we want to also do is also only actually do it for the current fitness test ID, so only for those new ones. So I'll basically only go and create it for wherever it already exists. So now I've just saved my query as query add monthly test results, and I'm just going to close it. What I need to do is I've got my monthly fitness tests and my results. I can sort of see it only goes up to number 7 in this one. I'm just going to close those tables because I'm going to be manipulating them. I don't have the 7th option in there, I've only got up to the 7. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to manually test this. You might want to back up your database and make a copy of it, because we're going to manipulate things here. And if it goes wrong, it's a lot easier to pick things up from a backup. So I'm going to run my query to basically add the monthly tests, which goes and adds the 1 row in. So I can see I've now got the 8th of May 2016, and that's fitness test 8. What I then want to do is go and add in, I'm also going to run my add monthly test results, which the query is saying it's going to run. I'm going to hit yes. This is saying it's going to add the 21 rows, so that's the 3 customers times the 7 different exercises, and it's going to add those in. Now if I go and look at my 2 tables, so my monthly fitness test results, what we'll notice is if we scroll all the way down the bottom, it's got all the different people for the 8th of May, no data result, and no actual exercise result value that's been entered in. So it's got the key information in there, but of who the exercises are for, but not when they were completed or if they've been completed. Now this exercise completed option might not exist in the actual exam, they might want you to go, if the exercise result is null, if it's empty, do something else. But we'll look at that sort of option at a later point. So I'm just going to delete that information from the database, just so I'm back to what I originally had. And that completes how we create add monthly test results. The next video is going to show how we go and append that, or create the macro that adds the button onto this form that then runs these two queries.